Well, at this hour, senators continue to hear testimony on 3 separate voter ID bills.
Nebraskans approved the ballot initiative last fall, but now it's up to the lawmakers to decide what qualifies as a valid ID.
But as KETV News Watch 7 Sean McKinnon reports, some of the bills want to see reforms extend past showing an ID at the poll.
Today, I asked Senator Jen Day and Senator Steve Erdman if they wanted a chance to explain their bills before the hearing. Senator Day spoke with us. Senator Erdman said he did not want to talk to us.
Voter ID is now a reality in Nebraska, but there's a difference of opinion on how to write the law. Senator Jen Day's bill would make driver's licenses free.
I think that's a really important piece of it, because essentially if you are creating a financial burden that comes between a citizen and their ability to vote, you're essentially creating a poll tax. We know that that itself is unconstitutional.
Her bill would also allow voters to show other types of ID, whether it be military or school issued or passports. Steve Erdman's bill would also require ID, but he wants to eliminate mail-in ballots. You'd only be allowed to vote in person on Election Day. Votes would have to be counted that day at the precinct level.
How do we make sure that our votes are secure and they're not messed with, and this is the way to do that.
Douglas County Election Commissioner Brian Cruz testified against Erdman's bills.
Currently, there are 11 counties that conduct elections by mail, and other counties have by mail precincts. This would be a drastic change for them, if even possible. Voters in some areas would have to travel an hour or more one way to their polling place just to cast a vote.
Cruz and 2 other county election officials from Seward and Hall counties say it would cost taxpayers millions if every precinct has to buy new machines to count votes.
We have 231 precincts in Douglas County, and you'd have to have multiple machines at these polling places in order to do it in a timely manner. And we currently only have 9 machines.
The committee room was overflowing today. Dozens of people had to wait in this hallway before testifying. And dozens of them also said requiring voter ID and eliminating mail-in ballots is needed to stop what they called voter fraud in Nebraska. Live at the Capitol, Sean McKinnon, KETV News Watch 7.